YouTube. Gotta love showers. That's what I'm about, being clean, making money, driving safe, and being clean. Yes, and being clean, but I want this video to be, I know my face dry, just got out the shower, but I wanna make this video about how hard this lifestyle can have on your sex life and your relationships. So just walk with me to the truck. I might hold the phone down because I don't want it to look like, as always, like I'm just recording people. People ain't too friendly to that. So come with me as I make it back to my rig. Yep. It's confusing in some of these places. Man, this hair keeps getting in my eye. I need to put some gel on it or something. These places be having some nice restaurants. Like Blind J got Denny's. Sure, I like the TA, the Country Pride. Country Pride, we got having nice meals. Thank you. You're welcome. Yeah. Man, it feels good out here. You can tell wintertime coming around. Shoot, I pray to God that we don't have a terrible winter. I know that all these weather disasters are starting to hit. I was talking to a friend of mine and he was saying that that a volcano keep erupting near the upper part of the West Coast, like Washington State, Oregon, and like most of that stuff up there. And they said that it might erupt and take stuff with them. So I'm hoping not, because obviously we run over those places. These hurricanes already reaping havoc. Let me do my walk around. Might as well do it while I'm out here. Make sure I gotta put a seal on this. Get it swap. Homeboy ain't put a seal. Guess I gotta put my own seal. When your trailers don't come with seals, it gotta have some type of seal. So, you know, you can buy seals or Prime give you seals, but you want to have a sealed trailer. And he had this thing all the way up. Guess I gotta readjust my tandons. Ain't got to ride that far up. That seems like that's illegal, riding that far up. You want to at least have it in a 6-hole in back. And you want to kick your tires. Make sure they're not flat. I didn't kick the other side. I'm gonna kick the other side. Make sure. And you don't want to be riding down the road and you bobtailing all just out of control because of a flat. Y'all don't clown me on my toes now. Don't clown me on my toes. That's how it is when you can't take baths like you used to. Shit, man, this lifestyle wreaks havoc on your body. This OTR stuff is something else. Oh yeah, y'all. I want to do a video on APUs. Like when you do your pre-trip, your APUs is supposed to be included in that quite often. Like you have these, my keys there, but you have these things right here, and hold up. You want to pop. So you pop it and then it pulls out. And there's a small engine compartment in there. Now, you got your oil filter. Just like an engine on your truck, you have, you know, your dipstick. And obviously, I just put oil in mine like some weeks ago. So it's still good. So you have your oil cap. That's where you put the oil at. I don't know what type is, but it must be like a fuel filter, because this APU, it runs off of the driver's side fuel tank. So obviously where there's fuel running, you need a fuel filter. Obviously where there's oil running, you need an oil filter. But you can also turn APUs off. Like there's an on and off button on the device. And this is it right here. So like say you going home and you want to power, like totally power off your unit. That's how you do it. You push that button to power it off. Even like your rig, on these freight liners, like I'm gonna show y'all when I get in, but these freight liners have a turn on off button for the whole truck itself. Oh yeah, this is the coolant. So it's an engine, so obviously you need something to keep it cool, which is the coolant system. I need to check this, but rule of thumb, that's on truck or any type of motor driven vehicle, if you're going to check the oil, the engine can't be running, because if the engine's running, the oil is like circulating through the block. So if the oil is circulating through the block, you're not going to get a correct reading on your dipstick. So when you check the oil on your truck, a car, your APU, anything engine, even lawnmowers, obviously rule of thumb is no running engine. So that way the oil can settle to the bottom of the crankcase and is at correct levels. But when you pull that dipstick, you're not getting a false reading. So I always want to check your temperature too on your reefer. Because sometimes, a lot of times, these damn reefers have a lot of problems, and they throw a lot of sensor codes and stuff. So this is supposed to be at 35. Like if you know the box temp or a little bit below, that's there. So I'm only like I need some lotion on my face. I'm only like 1 point below, so everything looks great. But I know I say it's about relationships and stuff, but obviously I'm covering a little bit more topics than anticipated because I got so much knowledge that I love to share. One person said on my comments that I would be a great teacher. I should have tried for teaching. Teaching way easier than this life damn style. Shoot. Let me sit this down. Yeah, I get ready to go. So I'm gonna have to make this video a little short. Always want to keep up with your cars and stuff, because it's so easy to lose things that you pull out a lot, and there's nothing worse than losing stuff like your driver's license, your fuel card, because obviously your fuel card is your showers, even like with your even with like these TAs and petrols and all that stuff, like when you don't have no money and you never really use your points, that's free money. You can use them points. You can use them points to buy things, so that's not bad at all. So let me get to this. Wait a minute, let me brush my teeth because I gotta get ready to go. I try to keep it 100 with the lifestyle out here. Like a lot of people say they wouldn't have the courage to, I guess, you know, put their experience in this on YouTube. But I mean, I felt that way at first, but once you get used to doing it, it's actually fun. And like I said, it's a release to venting, because obviously in this lifestyle a lot of people don't understand what you go through. That's why in a small comparison, I really feel like it's in comparison to people that's in the military, because you know, when you're gone and you gotta put a lot of effort into, you know, your job, which is trucking, military, or anything of that nature, you need to understand the family or friends. And a lot of times when you have to do these type of jobs, that really show who is by your side, because a lot of people eject, like they'll leave or do something bad, and it gets rough out here. So it's just a lot that people in these type of jobs have to deal with that a lot of family, friends, and just anybody in your circle don't understand. So, I mean, you would wish that there was more understanding, but a lot of times there's not. And a lot of times it causes havoc where a lot of drivers lose everything from their wife. Obviously, if you get a divorce, you lose your house, you lose your kids start disrespecting you. I mean, there's a lot of things. So I know I look crazy, but I'm just trying to keep it 100. So the only reason I'm really truly showing y'all the brushing teeth part is I made a video about the ugly truths of trucking, and about the ugly truths of trucking, and I was telling y'all how I live on this truck, and my whole purpose of these videos is to show it. Like, I can tell you all day about what is or whatever, but a lot of times when people see how certain things are done, and obviously like in the ugly truths of trucking, hygiene is one. So like I said shit, I even brush my teeth on the truck. I just like too. So as you see, that's what I do. That's how you brush your teeth. And then I forgot to bring my toothbrush in the shower, like, cause I always have it out. So whenever I you know, my breath feel a little tart, I can just pick my toothbrush up and just get it going. And a lot of times when I, you know, going in with my book bag, I'll forget to put it in my bag. So I just had to, you know, complete that in the truck. But back to what we should be talking about, relationships. Now, like I was saying before, you have to really have a special spouse that truly understand your goal. And just, I mean, honestly, if a driver's out here, they out here for the most part because they want to support and provide for their children, their woman, their man, or blah, blah, blah. Now, Grant, I know a lot of truck drivers do have the bad reputation of being whores or hoes and all that stuff, but there are some drivers that are professional and that's just strictly out here for the purpose of providing for home. Like me, I don't give a fuck. Excuse my language. I know I said I wasn't going to cuss, but obviously I emphasize on things that's really coming from my heart. But I don't give two craps about no man out here. My whole goal is to get my business started, to own this truck or a truck one day, and to make money. So when I walk out this truck and I'm out, you know, presenting myself, I don't go in there trying to be flirtatious or doing things such as to make me look like I'm an easy target for, you know, wanting to have sex, because I work so hard that I don't give two craps about sex at all. I mean, like, I'm gonna keep it 100. Like, obviously for people that is not hoes, whores, or that's not buying prostitutes or going to these hoe houses, a lot of them hoe houses be on the West Coast too. I forget what they call them, but like, these drivers do be out here buying that stuff, but I don't see how they do it. Because my thing, if I don't know you, I don't give a hell if I'm using a condom or paying you. I'm not about to have you touch me and I don't even know you, because condoms ain't 100% guaranteed. But like I said, my main goal is money. So I ain't got time to be worrying about the next man's penis or a man and then worry about my money too. Because if you worry about one or the other, one gonna be neglected, obviously. So if you more focused on making money, then you ain't got time for a spouse. If you more focused on being lustful and disgusting, I'm pretty sure you're not making the full earning potential that you need to be. So I mean, most good people out here that still have a high sex drive, which is probably mostly the men, you know, they masturbate. And obviously, you know, women, I'm sure, have high sex drives too, because we human too. We got needs. Masturbate. Like, don't take this the wrong way. My thing is, for anybody that's disclaimer, for anybody that's viewing my video, if you don't want to hear the truth, don't watch my video. If you have nothing good to say, don't say nothing at all. I mean, I don't know you, you don't know me, so obviously the content that I put out here is to try to help the next beginner rookie out here, because you know, the more knowledge that anybody knows, the better off. And a lot of times YouTube is a outlet for people to try to learn stuff. So for all these trolls that feel like they always got to say something or whatever, I mean, it don't faze me, because I'll delete your stuff quick, or I ignore it. I don't care. But it's just the point of, get your life together. Get a life so you ain't got to be trying to destroy somebody else's with all the negative comments. So back to what I was saying, like, for women, you can have a dildo on your truck. You don't need no disgusting truck stop man or no truck stop whore or sleeping around with guys at the terminal and all that. Get yourself a freaking dildo or a toy, and when you really get to the point to where you just gotta have it, masturbate. That's the safest and less stressful, less headache. Because the same way that guys be trying to say that women are headaches, most women or whatever, men are headaches too, and gold diggers. So I mean, it gets such to the point that, because you know, I got a divorce, you know, because this lifestyle, like I said, you can sacrifice and lose a lot being out here, and part of my loss was divorce. So you know, it gets really rough out here. But I mean, like I said, there's always, where there's a will, there's a way. So you know, masturbate. You don't have to go trying to make yourself look bad or flaunt your prized possessions around, because women, your body is a prized possession. Like your VV, your vajayjay, that's a prized possession. Every man don't need to have their hands or they nasty wiener on you. I mean, that's disgusting. So, and then as far as children, you know, that's a huge sacrifice, because daily I go through like, man, I need to be home. Like, you know, like my daughter, she likes playing basketball a lot, and her games and stuff about to start coming up. So a lot of times I'm out here, like sometimes 2 months at a time or 3 weeks at a time. So obviously there's going to be games that I'm just going to miss, and that plays a mental toll on you. You really go through a lot being out here, and I don't even think that companies really understand the sacrifice you go through just to try to make it. So some companies do, but a lot of these mega companies don't. They just about drive, get the load there. But I'm not going to be doing this OT all long. Everything is a stepping stone. So obviously you got to start crawl before you walk, start somewhere. So this is my start to make it to a bigger venture. So there's going to be sacrifices. But like I said, man, like the best thing to do if you really got that cool, understanding spouse is to team with your spouse, because obviously time is the major killer of a lot of things. So if you can get your spouse on the truck with you, obviously y'all together. But the downfall of that is you really don't know somebody until you have to spend 24 hours 7 days a week with them. So it sounds good, but really make sure that that person is like this with you, because that can break a relationship too. You thinking that you can bring your spouse on the truck and it just kills it, because y'all about ready to kill each other within like 10 minutes of just being on the truck together, which can be like that. Because my truck is messy, but as you see, you know, this truck is not that big. Even with these goddamn dogs, man, these dogs, I mean, anything of a living creature that requires resources that you got to share a super small space with becomes annoying. So I love my dogs to death, and they do help me out because, like I said, the girl, she's a loving baby. Like, she hugs up with me every night, and then my boy, he protects me, so he's the man of the truck. But it's just some days, you know, you just be like, huh, y'all still on this truck? But you get over it though. But I mean, I'm gonna just give some tips. Like, obviously you got all the male truck drivers talking about how they would like for their woman to be as they are truck drivers when they come home. Now I want to give some tips on how I would like my man to be when I come home. It's kind of the same thing, I'm sure, that the men will want. Like, obviously trust is a major issue. So in order for anything to work, you have to trust me that I'm out here for one thing only, and that's to make my money and to get us to the next level. So I don't need you calling my phone every 5 minutes like, what you doing? Who you talking to? What? Man, I'm out here working. I don't even got time to deal with that. I'm already dealing with enough BS with these shippers, receiver, dispatchers, freaking counting my money, paperwork, this and that. I don't need to hear your mouth. Just like men say women got too much freaking mouth, men got a lot of goddamn mouth. You know, even there, like I said, gold diggers. A lot of times, if a man know you got a good job and they see that you making pretty good money, and they're here, they counting your bank like, oh yeah, she could probably buy me a car, or I could probably get like $100, or she could pay my phone bill. Men just as goddamn gold digging as females. That's why now that I'm divorced, I am super picky about who I would even think about dating, because obviously it's gonna come out that I make good money or I'm a truck driver. So in his head, he counting my money. So if I do date somebody, they either have to be doing what I'm doing or doing better. You're not about to be making like super less than me or bumming out and think that you about to just have a free ride, because that's not how that's gonna play out, player. Like, you're not about to be riding my pockets like that. I'm, you know, that's a turn off. Don't nobody like TLC. No, I don't want your number. No, I don't want it. I don't want that shit. I don't want it. Don't want it. Excuse my language. I don't want it. So, like I said, this is part 1 of relationships and sex life of truckers. But I'm gonna make a part 2 because this topic can truthfully go on, and I really want to give my perception and my opinion. That's all it is. It ain't the truth. It ain't what every woman want, but it's just my perception and my opinion on how I feel about this topic. So, you know, people are so sensitive. People take offense to everything. Like I said, if you don't like my video, you ain't gotta watch it. Just go to the next video. But if you like, subscribe. If you like it. And I really appreciate everybody that's supporting me on my YouTube channel. And I hope everybody have a lovely and blessed day, because time is of the essence. Always make better time of it. I'll be getting back with y'all with part 2 once I get this load delivered. So, deuces.